Hi Cancer. This is your you versus them reading for August. Messages of yours, Cancer, please. Bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Cups in reverse. So something is not quite finished, but it's nearly finished. When it comes to emotional fulfillment, could be a relationship. It could be that you're at the 9 of Cups, you're not actually quite at the 10 of Cups yet. You haven't actually emotionally fulfilled what it is you want to fulfill. This is like the pinnacle. The pinnacle of happiness and joy and fulfillment. And the fact that it's in reverse here could bring you back to the 9 of Cups, where you're kind of feeling like you're maybe overindulging in something, or you've just attained the 9 of Cups and you're not quite ready to go to the 10, but you're in a really, really happy place. But actually looking at your card, Spirit is kind of telling me that it's the latter. With your 10 of Cups in reverse, it's like something is kind of coming to an end. Okay, Cancer, so your mutual energy with this person is the Chariot. So there's movement forward. It's healthy movement forward. I think it's like, you know, there's a mutual decision to take the next step. You may have had a conversation with this person where you're like, okay, we need to figure this out. We need to move forward. We need to move on from where we're at, where we were at, or where we are currently at. And yeah, it's healthy. It's very healthy. Your current energy is the Magician in reverse, and theirs is Temperance. So they're focused on trying to find or attain balance. And all of their cards are, you know, upright, trying. Now, look, this side is you, this is them, but this energy could go both ways. So take it as it resonates. This person is here with Temperance, which is very, very balanced energy. It's trying to take things in moderation. So maybe they've come to you with the Chariot energy, being like, okay, we want to do a little bit at a time, a little bit of movement forward, keep things balanced, keep things contained, keep things flowing as well. But moving away from where maybe there is any kind of negativity. Your current energy is the Magician in reverse, and maybe you're feeling like not prepared for the situation that you found yourself in. Maybe you don't realize that you have like more going for you, you know, but like with it in reverse here, you know, the Magician is all about having everything you need in your armory to kind of support you through life. But when it's in reverse, it can be a feeling like you're not able to handle what life is throwing at you, feeling like maybe you're not prepared for that. So maybe you're just feeling unprepared. Maybe this situation has come out of left field and it's kind of maybe knocked you for six. You just weren't expecting it. But it's important to remember that with the Magician, that you do actually have the energy. It's just that maybe it's a thought process is blocking the energy. Maybe it's fear as well, thinking that you're not capable of handling this situation, but you are. And also, whatever the situation is, what it brings to your table as well might be quite intimidating. So if that's like maybe a change of home, a change of job, you know, a change of a routine, sometimes that can really throw people off their game and make them feel a little bit powerless because they're so used to things being a certain way. But with the Magician here, it's there to remind you that you do have the ability and the capabilities to handle this situation. How you are seeing them is the Three of Cups, and how they are seeing you is death. So with the Three of Cups here, you're looking at them and kind of thinking, right, well, they're going out and they're enjoying themselves. Maybe they're spending time with other people. But they are not in a, they're kind of in a, just kind of relaxation. They want to have fun. They want to break free. They don't want to be worrying about the stresses of life. And well, that's how you're seeing them. That's not necessarily how they're actually behaving. I mean, they're definitely trying to find balance, and you know, maybe they're spending time with people that they know very well, or that these people know them very well, like friends, family, you know, people who are going to support them and kind of help them be emotionally supported, really. And they're seeing you with death. So with death here, they're seeing you going through some kind of transition. They are seeing you go through something that's quite difficult. But it's also something that's necessary and kind of unavoidable. Now, the action that you're planning to take towards this person is justice in reverse, which is interesting, right? Because they're planning to take the action of the King of Swords towards you. So maybe you're dealing with an air sign, Cancer. Something's going to be kind of not in a great space here. So the fact that you've got a possible outcome of the Five of Pentacles, you aren't going to meet. There's going to be difficulty a little bit here because you aren't approaching each other with balanced energy. The fact that you're here with justice in reverse, either you have information that you're not giving, maybe you're moving towards them in a manner that's not necessarily fair, but maybe you obviously, it could be that you don't feel like being fair. Maybe they messed you over, you know. I don't know your situation. Everybody's situation is different. So, you know, it could be that you're not going to maybe tell him or her, you know, all of the facts about your situation. Maybe you're waiting because you're like trying to get a grip on what's actually happening up here with the magician. Excuse me. And he or she wants to communicate with you. They want to make sure that the lines of communication are open here, but you're not prepared necessarily to be that forthcoming with information. And maybe you're trying to get things sorted for yourself at any cost, really, as opposed to him. This king is sitting here, you know, okay, look, he's got his sword up, which is quite interesting. And he's looking directly at you. And he's like, come to me with your truth. Almost like, come to me with your truth, don't come at all. I expect fairness. I want open, honest communication. And it could be the kind of person as well that like, you have to be really careful with your words when you interact with them, which can be kind of intimidating sometimes. That when you have to check everything that you say, because this person might be really pedantic about how you say things, you know, maybe you're holding back. Maybe you could also be like feeling like in a position where you're like, okay, I have to get everything done legally. Everything has to be written down and clear and concise, because if I don't do that, things are going to be left open to interpretation and we won't be on the same footing. Whatever kind of approach that these are taking towards each other, though, Cancer, you've got the Five of Pentacles here as a possible outcome. And that's the kind of energy where it's an energy of lack. You know, so whatever the situation is bringing to you, you're trying to move forward, you've agreed to move forward, but you aren't kind of balanced here in coming together really at the end of the day. Now that could be because you might see them behaving in a certain way. Maybe they're seeing you changing in regards to the situation and your perspective on it. Maybe you're not going to go forward with whatever agreement you had up here. But the situation maybe is changing slowly, and the possible outcome with the Five of Pentacles here is you are not on the same page. Maybe one of you or both of you feel like you're not getting what you deserve, or you're not getting what you're entitled to, or what you think you are entitled to. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a little bit of clarification. Why do you feel like you're in Magician reversed? Okay, so for the Magician reversed, you have the Two of Wands in reverse. You haven't figured out how to move forward, basically. You're not sure how to approach this situation. You're second guessing yourself and you don't have clarity about where you want to go. I think that's really what's happening. It's like you have the tools, you know you have the tools, but you just don't know what the best course of action is. Even though there's a mutual inclination for movement towards a mutual goal, you're not sure how you want to go about that. You're not, I don't think, even sure it's the right path for you. Clarify the Three of Cups here. Why is the Three of Cups here? Cancer. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Interesting that you have the Magician in reverse twice. Okay. So from these cards being together, you have the Magician in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. To me, this signifies that you're looking at this person like they're just having a good time and they're not really interested in putting in any effort to rectify this situation. You see them as having the ability to, but they're not willing to put the effort in. They're not willing to commit time. And, you know, this Three of Cups could very well be them spending time with other people as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it's like they're indulging in something else and they're not putting the effort and time and energy and what's needed into this situation. So it makes sense then that if you see them like that, then neither are you. You're not prepared to invest because you're not seeing them invest. But it's interesting that they're trying to gain some sense of balance here. Can you clarify Temperance? Please clarify Temperance. Okay. Okay, you've got the Two of Cups here, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Wands in reverse to signify or to clarify Temperance. This person is trying to figure out whether they come together, either with you or somebody else. I'm not sure, but you've got a Queen of Rods here or a Queen of Wands here. I don't think this is your energy. There's maybe it's their energy, maybe their fire energy. And this person also has a lot of options, a lot of things that they could choose to do in this situation. And I think they're trying to figure out for themselves what they want to do, but I don't necessarily think that they're in the best energy. If they're in the Queen of Wands energy in reverse, they're maybe a little bit arrogant, a little bit selfish, a little bit vindictive, and kind of a little bit spiteful. That's kind of what I get here. It's like they could make the effort to come back, I think, to you, to put the effort in, to join forces. But they've all of these other options and they're like, what do I want to do? What's the best thing for me? But it's not necessarily coming from the nicest energy. You know, and even though Temperance, you know, maybe they're having to temper their feelings about this situation that's here. Maybe they're having to moderate. I get like wrath from this Queen of Wands, like anger and spitefulness and bitterness and just kind of, yeah, like kind of like a wrath that that's, you know, they're trying to temper it, they're trying to balance it, but they're also like still trying to figure out what to do, and they've got this kind of energy going on for them, which is not great. Why is Death here? Why is Death here? Ooh. Why is Death here? Okay. So Death is clarified by the King of Cups and the Devil. So The king came out like this. Now, normally I put it up straight, but sometimes I often, if it comes out sideways like that, I'll just continue the turn to make it reverse. That's usually how, but for some reason I put it upright. So this is how they're seeing you, and definitely the King of Cups is you, Cancer, completely. But the fact that it's here with the Devil and it came out initially like this. Now I turned it up, but as I said, I would normally turn it this way. When it's sideways like that, you know, to me, this could be them looking at you like you're transforming out of you're changed into something that they don't recognize, or maybe that you're attached to them, or they're attached to you, but not in a healthy way. And maybe you're seeing that attachment and you're like, I need to transition out of that. Or it's possible either as well that you're emotionally, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're codependent on them and it's not healthy. And they're seeing you trying to either move out of that energy, or they're seeing you as having changed into that energy. And that could be for a number of reasons. Like, you know, if you're with somebody that made you feel like you couldn't trust them anymore, that would change how you feel about your relationship with them. It would change the dynamic. It would also change your behavior, you know, if they broke your trust or something like that. But there's definitely an attachment, an emotional attachment here. And I think they're seeing you as the one with having the emotional attachment, but not in a good way. Like maybe they see you as needy or obsessive or dependent. And it's possible that it's been interpreted that way, but actually you're just trying to save a relationship, you know. Or maybe they did break your trust and you're like, you're emotionally attached, but now it's not in a healthy way. I think also they see you as having a lot of emotions for this connection. And I don't know if you can see that there now. Yeah, they see you as having a lot of emotions for this connection. And kind of, you know, it's possible that they see you as controlling as well, emotionally controlling, just with the Devil here. Or it could be that they're seeing you putting an end to this connection because maybe they're, you know, emotionally demanding, emotionally controlling or coercive, and you're having enough of it as well. You know your story anyway, and you know the fact that they're seeing you as transitioning, I think they know that you're putting a stop to whatever that kind of energy is, whether it's coming from you or if it's coming from them. It's kind of either way, they're seeing you transition away from it. They're seeing you try to put a stop to it. Okay. Please tell me about the Five of Pentacles here. Okay, we got the Sun in reverse. So the outcome is that you are not going to be happy with the outcome to this situation. You might find that things are not clear. See the way, like this Five of Pentacles, the light shining through the window. It could be candlelight from inside. It also could be sunshine from outside, but it's it's lacking because of this, the mutatones on the window. You're not getting clarity either, but definitely there's dissatisfaction here. You have the Ace of Rods here as well, so these are having to start again. There may be some kind of idea to start something new, a new endeavor, but somebody isn't happy about it. You're not getting clarity on this. The Ace of Rods. I think this is, or sorry, the Ace of Swords. I think this is you here with Justice as well. You're not taking any BS. And I think this is the result, is that you're fed up, and you're like, interesting that you've got the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords here as well. This person is coming at you and you're like, I'm not dealing with any distortion or lack of clarity in this situation. But you're also being very considerate of how you approach this person. And you're definitely looking at it from a legal perspective. I don't think you're showing them all of your cards yet, and I think you're trying to figure out what is the best approach. Maybe they don't see this coming. Maybe they don't think that you would actually go to these kind of lengths to actually go to the legislative side of things and approach the situation from that perspective. I don't think that they would even, I don't think they anticipate that at all. And I think you're going to shock them by that approach here. And yeah, you're not going to enjoy it, but they're not going to be happy about it either. Or they're not going to be happy about it, but you're not going to enjoy the process of it. You don't want this. It's obvious you don't want this, but you're like, I have to stand up for myself, and I can't put up with the behavior that I've been experiencing, and we need to move forward. So how do you do that? So you're taking your time, and that's good. You know, we can look here. I'm just going to clarify this real quick. Clarify Justice in reverse for Cancer. Clarify Justice in reverse, please, Spirit. Yeah. I think they're expecting you to go a certain way, and you're going off here with the Page of Pentacles. You're like, I'm going off to do my own thing. You're not going to like it. It's going to cause a little bit of difficulty because they're basically not expecting it, but you're choosing to do your own thing. It's definitely going to cause conflict, you know, and it might be a bit of a battle, but you're like, no, I'm doing my own thing now. I'm not going to do what you expect me to do. I'm going to take care of my own needs, and I don't think they're going to like it. But yeah. Okay. Spirit, can you use some clarification for Cancer, please? Anything else to add? Addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block and restraint. Yeah. It's just coming into my head as well. This could just be another element to this situation, but this person could have some kind of addiction. It could be like they could be addicted to actual substance as well, and you've decided to put a stop to it. You're not going to connect with that anymore. But it could be also that they see you this way. And maybe you were codependent. I mean, you know, but the fact that you're seeing the behavior and you're putting a stop to it. Just be careful of this energy. Make sure that with this energy that you're coming from a place in yourself where you're trying to look after yourself and not trying to be spiteful and vindictive and hurt this person. You know, even if they've hurt you, you know, don't stoop to their level. Anything else? Oh, that's a lot of cards. We're not taking that. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, we've got over here, we've got keys in a ring, many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stand, and heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. So I think maybe it's possible somebody stepped outside the connection here and has done a lot of damage. We've got not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call person, boundaries, still angry. So this, I think this is relevant to you here with the Magician, that you're just like, I'm not really sure how to approach this. And then we've got I like you and cassette. So we have outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And then you have someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, and want to date. That, I think, you know, it's energy I think that you are not familiar with. Maybe that's kind of what you agreed, was just to move on from this situation, because it wasn't serving either of you. So I'm just going to give you an advice card and just read it from the deck. Can I have a card, please? Spirit for Cancer. Soulmates in reverse. That was in reverse. So it's the protection message. Okay. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in an area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Sorry, guys. I'm actually reading you. I read this as 14 and not 41. Weird. So I'm going to finish reading this message because the fact that I started. So I'm going to start from the beginning, but yeah, weird. And then I'll go to 41. But yeah, so this protection message obviously came up for you. So where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth. Even if you don't like what you hear, acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than truth is required now. So even though I didn't pull a card for this number in the deck, I still think it's very relevant. I mean, the fact that you're both here with the King and Queen of Swords, truth is what will kind of open up this. And I think, you know, maybe you need to be honest with yourself about this situation and how you want to pursue it. That's really funny that happened. Okay, so let me see, 41. Okay, and you got the protection message. So, an important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve you well, your well-being I'm going to read that again. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve you your well-being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not why did he or she do this to me, but rather what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. So yeah, Cancer, look, I'm sorry that you're having to deal with a difficult situation like this. Um, but just remember to stay true to who you are, and try to come from as positive a place in yourself and as a kind and compassionate place. Have compassion for yourself as well. Um, and yeah, I think that if you have compassion for yourself and this her person, it will help you to put the right foot forward. So yeah, thank you for your reading, for letting me do your reading. Thank you for tuning in. Um, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, share, and definitely comment. I would love to hear what you think of this reading. Okay, thanks. Bye.